See what y'all did, URL? See what y'all did? Your little shenanigans and your blocking of battles got the entire BRC looking at Danny Myers kind of crazy right now. A lot of people are talking about the fact that they feel like Danny Myers knew from the jump that he was not going to be doing this battle on June 3rd. That's how y'all got Danny Myers looking right now, bro. With all y'all shenanigans y'all got going on, because you got an issue with Eazy the Block Captain. But to top this off, I received a very interesting DM today by a supporter, somebody who watches my videos. Salute to you. And this individual is looking to take action, which led me to think about what is it that we can do. Us, the supporters, bro, the people that pay for this content, the people that watch it, the people that want it. What can we do about this situation? Let's talk about it. I do not believe that Danny Myers knew that this battle between him and Rosenberg Raw was not going to be going down. I do not believe at the slightest that Danny Myers intentionally sabotaged Eazy the Block Captain. What I believe occurred in the Danny Myers situation was very, very close to what Danny Myers told us. Danny Myers let us know that from the moment that they started blocking battles, right? The moment they started blocking battles and all this stuff, Danny Myers was made aware that the URL did not want him to do this battle. He was made aware. Danny Myers tried to fight. Danny Myers tried to actually do the battle. I believe that Danny Myers was actually trying to stand his ground and trying to stick to his word by doing the battle. I do believe this. I do not want to believe, right, the worst in people. I refuse to believe, bruh, that Danny Myers intentionally knew before yesterday that he was actually not going to be doing the battle, but just didn't say anything in order to intentionally sabotage Eazy the Block Captain a day or two before the event. I do not believe, bruh. And this is, I'm somebody who looks at things very critically. I'm listening to every single word Danny Myers is saying. I'm listening to everything that's going on. And after watching and listening to everything that's going on, the conversations, Danny Myers talking about the situation and blah, 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 I believe 100%, bro, that Danny Myers himself believed that he was going to be able to do this battle. He thought and he believed that him standing his ground and him telling them that he was going to do the situation, he believed that he was going to be able to do the battle. I feel as if, though, people are putting the blame, right, on the wrong individual. Now, I understand what people are saying when they say, oh, if that was the case, for example, Averb made the point saying, if that was the case, right, and Danny Myers knew that there was an issue going on between URL and Eazy, he would have simply refused to take a battle on Eazy's league because he knows that there's going to be a conflict of interest, right? That's a very good point that Averb made. Danny Myers was going to do this battle, though. He believed that he was going to be doing this battle. When I say we're blaming the wrong person, right? What I'm saying is that it's literally the URL that made this happen. Let's think about this for a second, bro. When the initial battlers were blocked, right? True Foe and them, at that point, they're going to make Danny aware. Or Danny's going to aware. He's already aware that this is what's going on. That this is what's going on. URL's trying to block these battles. You know what I'm saying? He's already aware this is what's going on. He says that the URL tried almost day after day to get him to not do the battle. And he was still going to do the battle. What makes us think that the URL didn't wait up until a day or two before the event to force Danny to make a move that he made? Who's to say, right, that the URL themselves didn't intentionally wait up until 2 days before the event to force Danny's hand? A lot of people are saying, bro, and a lot of people think that Danny knew that this battle wasn't going to be going down. But Danny himself says in his interview, when he's explaining the situation, bro, that the URL in them just decided to push the nuclear button. They just decided to push the nuclear button. What that means is that the URL waited up until 2 or 3 days before the event to give Danny the ultimatum. To tell Danny, yo, Danny, I don't know what you think is going on here. I don't know what you think this is, bruh. But if you think you're doing that battle on the trenches card, we're canceling Gnome, we're canceling this, we're canceling that, we're canceling this, we're canceling that. And who knows when you'll ever be battling again on the URL. Who's to say the URL didn't pull that card? But people want to jump to the assumption, right? That Danny Myers himself, bro, we know Danny Myers, bro. We know Danny Myers to be a family man. We know him to be a good guy, bro. We know him. He's proven that through behavior and action for the past 10 years or so, bro. He has. So it's crazy to me how when this situation happens now, for some reason, people want to jump and say, oh, Danny Myers knew. Danny Myers knew that this was going to happen. He was a part of this whole thing. He was a part of sabotaging the card intentionally. That's not what happened. Danny Myers wanted to do this battle versus Rosenberg Raw. He wanted to do the battle. And he thought he was going to do the battle. URL waited up until a few days before the event to pull that trigger. Like Danny says, to push the nuclear button. Another thing that tells me, bro, that Danny is being honest when he's talking and when he's explaining what it is that happened. Danny Myers throws URL under the bus while he's explaining what happened. Danny Myers in his interview with Caps and them throws URL under the bus by letting us know that the URL is the URL. They pushed the nuclear button. The URL pushed the nuclear button. That's what he said. He's letting us know they pushed the nuclear button, bruh. He's throwing URL under the bus. If Danny Myers was lying to throw URL under the bus, how do y'all think URL would take that? How do y'all think URL would take Danny Myers lying on their name and throwing them under the bus when URL actually wasn't the one that pushed the nuclear button or forced Danny Myers' hand at that point in time? URL would not like that, bro. URL would not, they wouldn't accept Danny Myers lying on their name like that, bro. They have too much power over a Danny Myers, too much control over a Danny Myers. Why would Danny Myers be saying those things if they weren't true and lying on his boss, on his company, on the company that pays him? He's not. He's being transparent and honest, which is something that the URL can't really do anything about. Can't punish him for being honest. That's what tells me too. While Danny Myers was explaining himself, the situation and blah, I'm like, okay, so Danny Myers is letting us know, and he's completely throwing URL under the bus while he's explaining what's going on. If Danny Myers was lying, URL wouldn't take very kindly to that, bruh. There would be some kind of consequence or some kind of punishment for Danny Myers lying on URL or speaking on their name the way that he... But Danny Myers is being honest, and he was being transparent. That's what tells me that Danny Myers, bro, is being honest when he talks about what happened, bro. URL waited, most likely intentionally, bro, up until a couple of days before the event to push that button, bro, to push the nuclear button, as Danny Myers stated. Great reference, because that's pretty much what happened. They pulled the trigger, pushed the button, bro, at that point in time. Yo, if you're working, bro, that's your livelihood. This is Danny Myers' livelihood. This is where he's been making his money for the past decade or so, been able to take care of his family and blah, blah, blah. How is Danny Myers going to look, bro, if URL approaches him, right, or calls him and tells him, yo, Danny, if you do this, you are not booked for the next few events that we already have you booked for, and who knows when you'll be booked again. And I'm not saying it's right, bro, at all. Trust me. That's not right at all. But that's how URL pushes the nuclear button, bro. That's how it is. That's exactly how it is and exactly what happened. Now, I received a DM a little earlier today, right? Let me pull it up real quick, huh? Because I thought it was dope, bro. This is the type of thing that tells me that there are still a lot of us that care, bro. The culture's not for sale. There's still a lot of us that care about what this is, bro, what this is supposed to be. So when I got a message like this, somebody DM'd me on Instagram, right? And they sent me a link. They sent me a link to, what's it called? One of those things that you put your signatures on, a petition. They sent me a link to a petition. So somebody, right, that follows the culture, supports me, salute to you, cares enough about what's going on to take some kind of action. And this transitions me into my next topic. What the hell can we do, right? Because ultimately, the only reason that this culture even runs is because people watch it, people support it, people pay for the content, people provide the finances, the funds for this thing to keep going. That has a lot to do with us. I don't know about y'all, but I faithfully pay the $8 on the URLTV.tv app. Even though at this point in time, bruh, I might be discontinuing that because I'm not supporting what URL is doing. I'm not supporting this, bro. I can't support this. So at this point in time, it's like, what do we do? So this person sent me a petition, right? Hold up. I'm going to share the link. All right, I'm going to share the link at the description, in the description of this video. I'm gonna share the link. So if any of y'all wanna go ahead, right, and sign this petition, you can go ahead and do so. Feel free. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. And I'm gonna post a screenshot here so y'all see this. So this individual created URL boycott at change.org, a petition. URL boycott. This is a real thing, bro. I'm just happy that, bro, there's people that care. You know what I'm saying? That there's people that care because there's too many of us that don't. And it's just gonna continue to allow URL, bro, to just trample over, bro, any and everybody who wants to be a part of this community, because this community doesn't belong to URL, bro. And you don't own it, URL. It doesn't belong to you. So this individual created a change.org URL boycott. Why this petition matters. They say, as a BRC, let's use our stance in boycotting the URL for the numerous battles blocked that the BRC wanted to see, and for sabotaging events just because they feel that they can, let alone doing the same injustice that they claim other leagues so-called do to them. Let's be clear, if it wasn't for the BRC, URL wouldn't be who they are today. Using battlers as pawns for their own capital gain is downright petty, even if a battler is not under contract with them. If we as the BRC don't take this stance, URL will continue to block battles that we want to see, even if it's on different leagues. It makes me so happy, bro, to see that there's people that care about what's going on. But I want to present to everybody, right, and you guys, a step or an action that we can take as a community, because I feel as if though URL underestimates the power of unity. URL underestimates us as a culture and as a community. They underestimate us, bro. They don't believe that we can come together enough or unite enough to stop some bullshit like this from continuing to happen. URL is sleep on the culture, bruh. People need to understand that it's our voices that matter, bro. Our voices matter. The more of us that speak out on things like this, and the more of us that take action on things like this, the more likely things are to change. That's how change works. It starts with one person. The URL severely underestimates, bruh, the power of community. And I'm gonna just throw this in there too. Just a little something so y'all can think about, bro. There's people that are planted in this culture, bro. There's people that are planted in this culture to create chaos. There's people that are, I'm not gonna be, some of y'all might already know who we might be referring to or what type of people we might, but there's people that are planted in this culture, bro, to create chaos, to create division, to keep us as a culture divided, bro, so that we can't come together, so that it's harder for us to come together, bro, so that it's harder and to hear our voice and what we have to say about something, bro. There's people that are intentionally put in place to create chaos and division. You guys might not believe that. It might call that some kind of conspiracy, but it's not. It's business. Y'all already know the types of things that I talk about, and those things coming to light and happening. The blocking of the battles, the sabotaging of events behind the scenes, things that we don't know and see. This is just business. Somebody being planted in the community, maybe as a blogger, maybe as a battler, to create chaos and division, bro. This helps to maintain, this helps a machine like URL maintain control. How? Because we are divided. People are divided. Media outlets are divided and beefing. Fans are always beefing and divided. We don't come together, bro. That's what's gonna need to happen. That's what's gonna need to happen. So as far as an action that we can take as a community, I'm gonna give y'all some very specific actions that we can take as a community, bro. We could choose to not buy their pay-per-view. We can choose as a collective, as a whole, to not buy the URL's next couple of pay-per-views, bro. Just to make a point. Not because we don't want to see the battles, because we know we do. That's what we're here for. But to make the point to URL. We can hurt your pockets, bro. We can get at y'all pockets, bro. Y'all don't think that we can come together and y'all underestimate us as a community, bro. But we can hurt y'all pockets, bro. For real. We can choose to do something like that. We can choose to unsubscribe from the URLTV.tv app for a few months to see what kind of things the URL has to say about that. About hundreds of us, bro, just unsubscribing from the app just for a few months to see what kind of things the URL is going to be saying publicly and to see what kind of things PC things are going to be saying now. What kind of apologies or what kind of things they're going to be issuing now. What kind of statements they're going to put out now. When hundreds of us unsubscribe from the URLTV.tv app or hundreds of us refuse to buy your pay-per-views. Those are just two. We talking money, bro. We talking real things that really hurt people's pockets. That's the only way that we can make a point. We can choose to not tap in. We can choose to not tap in to URL and their events for the next few months, bro. We can choose. Those are just three very specific actions, bro, that we can take as a community, as a unit, because as individuals, that will not work. As individuals, that's not going to work. It has to be as a unit, we got to move. If we really want something to change here, bruh, it has to be as a unit. Those are just three things, bruh. Three actions that we can take as a community, bro, to start trying to even create some type of change in battle rap, bruh. I wanted to get that off my chest, bro. I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick, man. Let me know what y'all think of that, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Dro coming at you live and direct from the battle